I've been working in the fields for since I have memory because I worked in my hometown in Oaxaca, helping my dad. Um, but I guess it's fair to say that the difference was that we would go to the fields to produce food for ourselves over the year, and this is all different because I would work for a company that would um, mass produce fruits and vegetables to be sold or to be shipped to other countries as well. So I started working here in the United States in the fields after I ran out of savings when I went to college. Because when I came as an adult to the United States, so I learned the language at an adult school. I went to a community college, and at that time I was working in different jobs, making enough money for that. But when I transferred to Cal State Long Beach, right after the first semester, all my savings were like really low because college was more expensive, and I was like, okay, I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this anymore. And I just talked to my brothers. At that time, I had two brothers in Washington State and a sister, and kind of explained them my situation. And so they are the ones who suggested I should work in the fields. And they were like, "When did you come to the fields? You don't have to pay us rent or food. The money you save, you can use it for school." So I skipped one semester. I went to the fields, and then I went back every summer.
Okay.
Yeah, when it's picking season, and we have to work by the contract. If you notice, some of the portraits are masked. It's because of the pesticide residues, the weather, the dust. But when we work by the contract, it's kind of sad that we don't care about protecting ourselves because we have to make the most out of the time. And obviously, the more we pick, the more money we get. That we just don't care. We just keep like rushing up and down the ladders and carrying all these huge bags, and it's just really crazy. I remember one time I was like really like trying to keep up with my brother because he's really fast, and I was trying to be as fast as I could. My heart was just pumping really, really hard, and I felt like it was going to stop at any minute. It was just crazy. I have heard stories of people just dying, just like they just sit on the ground and they just never get up because I'm imagining it's their heart because I experienced it. Like your heart was like super fast, and it's just like it's just crazy. Yeah, when I first did a three-dimensional piece, it was a piece on stacked up boxes, and that was the first time I turned to be intentionally political, I guess, because that was when the now president was campaigning and he was talking about these negative things about Latino people, and so I wanted to represent the contribution of the Latino people on my own point of view. Since I've been working in the fields, I wanted an image of farm workers contributing to the abundance of the nation, and I put up all these boxes and I collaged a lot of images of produce that I collected, and I depicted the farm workers. There were two on each side, just like presenting the produce, and and so it's just like any other group, that contributes to the nation, really, by doing their part, That I guess that we're here and we're not necessarily bad people, you cannot just generalize just like that, There's like this is a group of people who work hard and I think it's a very important contribution to the community. It's really they are really picking the food that we eat. It's just like how can they be like something negative? You know what I mean? Like I would always maybe not defend myself, but I would always say like, oh yeah, this is a representation of my own experiences. But then it was always the case that these political conversations would come up every time I had either an exhibition or critiques at my school. And so I decided to embrace that idea of my work being political because I learned that any marginalized groups that is represented,
Right.
it's political and it should be talked about.